The latest Epstein documents prove direct ties to former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, financial schemes linked to intelligence services, and attempts to use American presidents for Israeli interests. But the corporate media refuses to report any of it. And by this time, he was already a convicted pedophile and sex trafficker. And the worst part is that he actually had the connections to make it happen, and he did. But it gets even worse. The documents also show that Epstein was involved in a plan to pursue billions in frozen Libyan assets after NATO attacked. And that plan had the support of both MI6 and Mossad, two of the most powerful intelligence agencies in the world, were collaborating with a convicted sex offender on financial operations. But that's not all. Pro-Israel organizations in the United States like Harvard Hillel continued accepting donations from Epstein for years after institutions had already publicly cut ties. Everyone knew who he was and what he had done, but apparently the money was more important than the crimes. And the New York Times and virtually every other media outlet in the West has completely ignored these Israeli connections in their extensive reporting on Epstein, instead giving the blame to Russia, saying that Epstein was a Russian intelligence asset, which is clearly bullshit. They didn't even say anything about Israel. Not a single word, no analysis, no questions, as if the connection doesn't exist. This is exactly why you cannot trust corporate media. They tell you the story they want you to hear, not the story that's actually real. The question is no longer whether Epstein had ties to intelligence agencies, because that's now black and white in official documents. And it wasn't the KGB, it was the Mossad and MI6. The real question is why the Western media are trying to cover this up. Maybe they also have some ties or interests? They probably do.